Think salt is just salty? Think again. Sea salt doesn't just come in. One flavor it can be smoky, earthy, sweet, or even umami-packed. Every year, over 270 million tons of salt are produced globally, and a surprisingly large portion comes straight from the sea. In this video, we're heading inside massive sea salt factories to uncover the high-tech process of transforming seawater into one of the most essential and surprisingly complex ingredients in the world. Get ready for conveyor belts, evaporation chambers, flavor infusions, and facts that'll make your taste buds tingle. You know, salt isn't just that white stuff you sprinkle on your fries. It's one of the world's oldest and most vital substances, with its history tracing back as far as 6050 BC for religious offerings and even mummification in ancient Egypt. Imagine Roman soldiers being paid in salt, which is where our word salary comes from. Beyond its rich history, salt is absolutely crucial for our bodies. Our brains and cells literally depend on sodium to function properly. It's so vital that even sea turtles cry to excrete excess salt. But here's where it gets really exciting in the modern world. Producers are getting incredibly creative. They're not just offering plain old table salt anymore. Modern sea salt production involves carefully extracting salt from evaporated seawater. But then they go a step further. You'll find gourmet sea salts infused with a whole spectrum of different flavors. Think smoked salts, truffle salts, or even salts blended with herbs and spices. This means there are many different types of salt with distinct tastes and textures, not just varying levels of plain saltiness. So, next time you reach for the shaker, remember the epic journey of this tiny crystal and the surprising variety it now offers. When it comes to making sea salt, location is everything. Salt producers typically harvest seawater from coastal regions that are clean, unpolluted, and have the right climate. And not all sea salt is created equal. The taste, texture, and even mineral content can vary wildly depending on the region. That's why Icelandic sea salt, for example, can be pricier. It's hand-harvested using geothermal energy and comes from some of the purest waters on Earth. To make things easier, most sea salt production facilities are built close to the ocean, so they can literally pump seawater straight into the tanks. After seawater is filtered to remove impurities like sand, algae, and other debris, it's sent into large evaporation tanks, or evaporators, basically giant heated chambers, to get rid of the water. The heat causes the water to evaporate, leaving behind a highly concentrated brine that's super rich in salt. This salty liquid is then transferred to crystallization tanks. Here's where the magic really happens and the salt forms. These tanks provide the perfect environment for the salt to separate from the water and solidify. The mechanism is all about solubility and saturation. As the remaining water continues to evaporate, the brine becomes oversaturated with salt. When there's too much salt dissolved in the water to stay liquid, it has no choice but to crystallize out, forming those beautiful, edible salt crystals we recognize. It's like the salt suddenly remembers it's a solid and decides to clump together, ready to be harvested. Once the salt crystals are harvested, they go through a little spa treatment. First up, Quality control. Expert salt inspectors use specialized equipment to detect even the tiniest foreign particles and analyze the mineral composition to ensure it meets strict industry standards. Only the top-tier crystals make it to the next step: rinsing. These selected beauties are gently washed to remove any lingering impurities or extra minerals clinging to the surface. Then, it's off to drying either through air drying, low-heat ovens, or special dehydration systems, so the salt is crisp, clean, and ready to be packed. For large-scale white salt producers, it's all about volume, and that means massive salt warehouses. We're talking about giant storage spaces, sometimes stretching across thousands of square meters, dedicated solely to salt. Yep, entire hangars filled with shimmering white mountains. Giant loaders and conveyor systems work non-stop to haul and pile up the salt inside. These warehouses are specially designed to keep moisture out, because even a little humidity could mess with the salt's purity and texture. The roofs are often sloped and the floors are non-reactive, and ventilation is carefully controlled to keep everything bone dry. When a salt processing company places a bulk order, there's no need to shuffle things around. The salt is bagged and loaded for shipment right there in the warehouse, ready to be sent out by the ton. Depending on the factory and the flavor profile they're going for, the salt might be infused with all sorts of fancy extras, think minerals for added nutrition, or even smoked over special woods, infused with mushrooms, herbs, or citrus for a gourmet twist. But before any of it hits the shelves, there's one last checkpoint: high-tech sensor scanners. Yep, these machines are so precise that they can detect and reject individual grains of salt that don't meet the gold standard. Not flaky enough? Too dark? Out you go. Once the salt is sorted, flavored, and fabulous, it's time to get it packed, and, of course, machines take center stage. High-speed automated filling machines carefully dispense just the right amount of salt into each bag, bottle, or jar. Whether it's your everyday table salt or a fancy flavored variety infused with wild mushrooms, smoked oak, or volcanic minerals. Each type of salt crunchy flakes, fine grains, or artisanal blends gets its own special packaging treatment to preserve freshness and flavor. And yes, those sleek-looking labels and airtight seals, also done by machines, all in one streamlined, mesmerizing process. Salt isn't just a kitchen essential, it's a flavor booster that brings food to life. Whether you're grilling steak, baking bread, or tossing a salad, a pinch of salt can enhance sweetness, balance bitterness, and unlock hidden depths in your ingredients. It's like magic, but science. Nutritionally, salt provides sodium, an essential mineral that helps regulate fluid balance, nerve function, and muscle contractions. But overconsumption of sodium is linked to high blood pressure and heart issues. So while salt makes your food sing, moderation is key. Beyond the kitchen, sea salt steps into the spa. Sea salt is a star ingredient in salt scrubs used to exfoliate dead skin cells, unclog pores, and leave your skin feeling silky smooth. Thanks to its natural minerals like magnesium, calcium, and potassium, a good salt scrub not only buffs away roughness, but can also improve circulation and promote glowing, refreshed skin. Every year, over 365 million jars of Nutella are made. That's one for every single day. Behind this global favorite lies a massive network of farms, factories, and flawless quality control. In this video, we'll go behind the scenes of Ferrero's world-class production process and discover how Nutella is crafted, jar by jar, with passion and precision. Nutella is a creamy chocolate hazelnut spread made by Italy's Ferrero. In 1946, during a cocoa shortage after World War II, Pietro Ferrero, a pastry maker in Alba, created a hazelnut-based paste. His son, Michel Ferrero, later refined the recipe, and in 1964, Nutella was officially launched. Blending roasted hazelnuts, cocoa, and a hint of vanilla, Nutella quickly became a global favorite. Today, it's more than just a spread, it's a beloved treat enjoyed in over 160 countries. Nutella's journey begins in the lush hills of northern Turkey, home to some of the world's finest hazelnuts. As the hazelnuts ripen, they fall naturally to the ground. That's when powerful harvesting machines move in. With wide sweeping arms and strong suction systems, they collect the nuts efficiently, leaving no crop behind. Over 25% of the world's hazelnut production goes straight to Ferrero factories around the globe. Only the best hazelnuts, those with perfect shape, moisture, and texture, will make it into a jar of Nutella. Next, we head to the lush tropical regions of West Africa and South America, where cocoa trees thrive under warm, humid skies. Farmers carefully harvest ripe cocoa pods by hand, using machetes to slice them open and extract the precious beans inside. The beans then begin a vital transformation. Laid out on wide wooden trays or bamboo mats, they ferment naturally for several days, then dry under the sun for over a week. Once dried, the beans are shipped to the factory to create cocoa powder, one of Nutella's essential ingredients. Finally, we arrive in Malaysia, a global palm oil powerhouse, where millions of tons of palm fruit are harvested and processed each year to supply industries worldwide, including Nutella's creamy texture. Inside the plant, palm fruits are first crushed and ground, then pressed to extract a golden, neutral-flavored oil. This oil is refined for purity and consistency. With millions of liters produced daily, palm oil plays a key role in Nutella, giving it that smooth, creamy texture without altering its taste or aroma. The sugar in Nutella doesn't come from sugar cane. It's made entirely from sugar beets, grown and harvested with precision for a naturally sweet taste. Inside Ferrero's factories, hazelnuts go through multiple stages. First, they're thoroughly washed to remove any impurities, including leaves, twigs, and dust. Then they're roasted at 105 degrees Celsius, 221 degrees Fahrenheit, to enhance their rich aroma. Every nut goes through multiple checks, then sorted by size and quality. Only hazelnuts that meet the highest standards make it into Nutella. And here's a fun fact. Just one 750g jar of Nutella contains around 97 hazelnuts. Next comes cocoa, the soul of Nutella's chocolatey taste. First, the beans are gently roasted to bring out their deep, complex flavor. The roasting process is carefully controlled to preserve aroma and avoid bitterness. After roasting, the beans are ground into a fine cocoa powder. The rich, dark, fragrant dust that gives Nutella its iconic chocolatey flavor. Ferrero processes about 70,000 tons of cocoa every year. That's roughly the weight of 10,000 elephants. In Nutella, 100% of the sugar comes from sugar beets. Each year, over 1.5 million tons of these white roots are harvested, sliced, and boiled, all to create the fine, pure crystals that sweeten every jar. One by one, the ingredients are added into the giant industrial mixers. First goes the silky hazelnut paste, the heart of Nutella's flavor. Then, the dark cocoa powder is added, bringing depth and color. Next comes the smooth palm oil, giving the mix its creamy spreadability. Skim milk powder follows, acting as a stabilizer that keeps the texture just right. After that, fine beet sugar is poured in, adding sweetness. It's like a symphony of ingredients, each one playing its part in creating the perfect spoonful. Now, it all comes together. Inside massive stainless steel vats, each holding up to 10 tons of mixture. The result? A thick, luscious mix that's gently heated and stirred for up to 12 hours, allowing every flavor and texture to melt together in perfect harmony. Warm Nutella is precisely filled into jars, then sealed, labeled, and batch-tracked for quality. From toast at breakfast to cakes, crepes, and midnight snacks, Nutella fits just about anywhere. From farm to table, Nutella is made with care, delicious and consistent. Every single day. Did you know that over 1.5 billion pigs are raised each year globally, with pork being the most consumed meat in the world? Get ready to step inside the world of modern pig farming and high-tech meat processing, a world where precision, scale, and innovation come together in ways you'd never expect. From climate-controlled mega barns to robotic butchering lines, today's pig industry is more advanced and more massive than ever. This isn't just farming. It's next-level food production. Let's take a closer look. When it comes to large-scale pig farming, it's big business in countries like China, the United States, Brazil, and parts of Europe, especially Spain and Germany. In fact, some mega-farms can house tens of thousands of pigs, but on average, a commercial pig farm might raise anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 pigs at a time. That's a whole lot of oinks. As for how they're raised, there are generally three main systems. Indoor farming, where pigs are kept in climate-controlled barns. Outdoor systems, which are more natural but less common. And hybrid or mixed systems, combining indoor shelter with outdoor access. Indoor pig barns these days are seriously high-tech. We're not talking about your grandpa's pigsty anymore. The floors are often covered with straw or soft bedding over solid or slatted ground to keep the pigs comfy and clean. Ventilation is a big deal too, so you'll find giant fans keeping the air fresh and cool, and sometimes even misting or fogging systems to control temperature and humidity. On hotter days, water spraying systems help pigs chill out prior. And let's not forget the poop. Modern barns often have smart waste management systems that collect and recycle pig manure into biogas or organic fertilizer. So yep, pig farming is messy, but with the right setup, it's also pretty smart and sustainable. Feeding pigs today is all about balance and precision. While they might chew on straw for fun, their main diet is usually pelleted feed packed with grains, protein, and nutrients tailored to their age and growth stage. Some farms even use automated systems to deliver just the right amount at the right time. It's smart, efficient, and keeps those pigs growing strong. Most pigs on modern farms are bred through artificial insemination, and no, it's not just for science fiction. It's actually safer, more efficient, and allows farmers to use high-quality genetics from top boars around the world. After birth, piglets are moved to cozy, warm nursery pens called farrowing crates or brood pens, where they're carefully monitored. Within just a few days, they get vaccines to boost their immunity. Their ears are notched for identification, and each one gets a quick health check to ensure they're off to a strong start. Piglets are raised for about 5 to 6 months before they're ready to leave the farm by then. They usually weigh around 100 to 120 kilograms. During this time, they're fed well, kept in clean, comfy barns, and monitored closely to stay healthy. Once they hit the right weight and meet health standards, they're considered fit for market. From there, they're typically transported to processing facilities. But some might go to breeding farms or be sold to other growers depending on their quality and genetics. After pigs are slaughtered, they go through a process called scalding and dehairing to remove the hair, followed by evisceration, where internal organs are carefully removed. Then, the carcass is split lengthwise into 2 halves. This makes handling, chilling, and further processing much easier. And in modern slaughterhouses, guess what? It's all done by machines. Specialized equipment like automatic carcass splitters, dehairing machines, and evisceration lines take care of each step with speed and precision. Next up, the meat cutting machines take over with impressive precision. On fully automated lines, high-speed circular or rotating saw blades slice the carcass into major parts like hams, bellies, and ribs. Then comes the real star, the bone removal machine. Equipped with advanced shape-scanning sensors and flexible saw blades, it maps out the exact contour of each meat cut and glides along the bones with stunning accuracy, deboning a whole section in just 5 seconds. It's fast, clean, and seriously cool modern butchering at its finest. Some pork processing plants go a step further by pre-processing the raw meat, grinding it, slicing it into smaller portions, or trimming it into ready-to-cook cuts. This makes it super convenient for households to use straight out of the package. Besides fresh cuts, many pork processing plants also produce a variety of cooked or cured products like juicy pork sausages, savory hams, bacon, and salted or smoked pork. These are made by seasoning, curing, or cooking the meat through methods like boiling, smoking, or steaming. It's all about adding flavor, extending shelf life, and creating ready-to-eat options that people love. Pork is incredibly versatile and shows up in cuisines all over the world, from crispy pork belly in Chinese dishes, juicy schnitzels in Germany, smoky BBQ ribs in the US, to tender pork adobo in the Philippines. It can be roasted, grilled, braised, stir-fried, stewed, cured, or turned into sausages, pâté, and even meatballs. The possibilities are endless. Nutritionally, pork is a great source of high-quality protein, B vitamins, zinc, and iron. When trimmed of excess fat, it's lean and nutrient-rich, making it not just tasty, but also a valuable part of a balanced diet across many cultures. If you're curious about other farming models or production processes, just drop a comment below. We'd love to hear what you're interested in.